Alright. So episode 1 is done. Episode 2 is considerably easier. To explain, at least. It is tougher to execute It's tougher overall because of 2 specific levels, but movement-wise, it feels a little better. If you hear a lawnmower outside, well, I don't think I need to explain why you hear a lawnmower if I have a lawn. So we start episode 2. We go this way, around the sky, through the cross. The cross hurts if you stand in it, so try not to stand in it too long. Grab this blue key. Fire your pistol to wake everything up. Grab the shotgun and go through the teleporter. You're going to curve around this way. Try to juke these guys as best you can. Hit this switch that's on the inside. We're going to wait for this to lower. I like to fire 1 shot at the shotgunners and just try to get around them. Blue door. Teleporter. This can be a little bit dickish with the enemy movement here. What I like to do is as soon as I teleport in, I fire a shot at the pinky, hit a switch, shoot the pinky again. 2 lost soul shots, turn around, fire at the pinky, hit the switch, and pinky. I'm going to do that again, but slower. Is teleport, pinky, switch, pinky, curve around, lost soul, pinky, switch, pinky. Because the pinky might get in your way, and you want to hit this switch, and the switch, and be through the teleporter as quick as you can. But because these stairs take time to rise, and that teleporter takes time to lower, you can take the time while they're raising or lowering to kill the pinky that's in your way. And if you do it just like that, you can eliminate any potential time loss, as long as you hit the switches as fast as you possibly can. So, pinky, switch, pinky, lost soul, pinky, switch, pinky. And then teleport. Lower this wall just by walking near it. Exit door. Kill the imp. He might live 1 shot. If he does, that sucks. Just shoot him again. Exit. Episode 2. Map 2. Mission 2, whatever the fuck, is a much easier level to explain. It's just a crate maze. You just take this path through it. Go right. And you just keep going right. Up through here. Radiation suit. You cannot wall run on these... Okay, you can wall run on these walls if you're going up. If you're going back. You can't wall run on them going down. Which is a shame, too, because this is a really long hallway. But you can do it going this way. So just try not to touch the walls. We're taking this way for a reason. That's because that switch right up there that I'm aiming at is the exit switch. It will raise the bridge to the exit. It's not necessarily the exit switch. Because there's no Z-axis in this game, you can actually just use it from down here. You don't actually need to play through the whole level. And I think some people might have trouble. Just a little bit of trouble. Not really a whole lot. Finding where to aim for the switch at. Because they're going to be aiming for it and they're like, oh no, I can't hit it. Take a look at the wall right here. I'm going to IDB hold R. So I don't take damage. You see this wall right here? This wall texture again. It's coming back. You see there's like the tan rectangles up at the top, and then there's this one right here that's kind of cut in half because of the texturing. That's your visual cue. And you want to position yourself a little bit to the left of it. You want to try to use the switch, and that'll raise the bridge. I didn't quick save, but yeah. You want to generally be... Hold on. Yeah, you generally want to be on that, like, set of rectangles right there that my shotgun's lined up with. And you want to be looking towards the switch, trying to hit it. You might have to move around a little bit. It's fine if you do. But yeah, that rectangle that's cut off is your visual cue. You want to be on the one next to it and kind of trying to aim for it that way. Exit. Refinery. No tricks. This is just a very movement-based level. It's one of the harder ones, actually, in, like, the whole run. You want to go forward. As you cross this corner, fire your gun, because there's going to be an imp that's going to be in your way. Try your best not to get caught on these little wedges here. It's going to happen a lot that you'll get caught, and it's such an annoying time loss. This level's really annoying, actually. gonna go this way, drop down into the blood. There's this little plasma gun here. Right before you grab the plasma gun, you want to fire to wake the pinky up down here. And then you want to just try to get around him as best you can. See, he's harassing me hard. I think he sucks. Get around him the best you can. Go back this way, up through this room. This is a door. Kill this zombie, man. This is another wall that you can wall run on. As soon as you open the blue door, fire your gun to wake the pinky up. Get around him. If you're feeling a little risky with your plasma cells, you need about 190 or 200 or so for the end. And I like to do this because this level kind of sucks. I use my plasma gun here. I flip around the corner, and I go here, straight, right. The pinky's in my way, so I gun him down with the plasma. If any of the pinkies are in my way, I just kill them with the plasma gun, because it's the fastest way. And if the faster you go, I think, the less likely they are to get in your way. But if you're slower, they're going to have way more time to get over there to where you are. To where you're going to be, rather. So, I have my plasma gun ready just in case I have bad luck. But either way, I get through them as best I can. Open the door, exit. That's one of the tougher levels done. Deimos Lab. Teleport. This is a pretty easy level. Curve around this way. As you get to the end of here, fire at one of these imps. Preferably to get them out of your way, but also to wake these guys up. Behind this door is a pinky. I'm going to shoot the pinky once and flip the switch. You don't want to kill any of the imps behind you because you want to leave them alive so they can open the door. And there's an easy way you can kind of bait them into doing it. Open the door, shoot the pinky, get around them, flip the switch. I kind of stand out over this way. I stand out over here to bait the imps, away from this wall to kind of try to walk straight at me. When they're in position to walk straight at me, I rush towards the elevator because there is this door track right here. And remember from E1M3, monsters will get stuck on door tracks for whatever reason. And you can manipulate these imps to get stuck on this door track right here. And they will keep the door open for you as you come down. That one didn't, but that's fine. You grab the key and jump down, just get around the imps as best you can. Open the blue door, go around this way, grab the key, and go back. Can I stop the pressure? Okay, well... Okay, that kind of works. I need to stop the pressure. That works. You're going to kind of grab the yellow key and just go back. If you're unsure, you can kind of go through or just loop back around. If you're kind of sure, you can just go through and kind of go this way. But the fastest way is to just grab it and go back. If you get caught, you lose a couple seconds and 24 health. It's not that big of a deal. Go through the door, curve around this way. Drop down here and use this wall right here that's a little misaligned to find a plasma gun and 80 cells. This is a wall that you can wall run on, but you actually don't want to do it because there is a chance, if you're going fast enough, that you can skip over the line def trigger for the teleporter. And that sucks when that happens. You want to go through it. If you're going slow, that won't happen. It only happens if you're going really fast. What is happening over there? This kind of is tricky. You want to just curve around this. It's a very tight spiral staircase. You're going to bump into the walls. Just try your best not to. I think this is... No, it's not a wall you can wall run off of, but this is a teleporter that you can skip the line def trigger for. Again, so try to kind of slow down as you go through it. Once you go through this teleporter, there's a pinky to my right. What I like to do is hug this left wall and just go right around him. It didn't really work that time because I'm bad, but you can kind of get around him that way without needing to fire a shot. You want to flip that switch and switch to your plasma gun, quickly get on this bridge, or you have to teleport back. It loses you a couple seconds if you don't get on the bridge immediately. And you want to... Behind this door, behind this exit door, are two imps that are guarding the exit switch. You want to run in and quickly plasma them down while mashing your use key, or your use button, or whatever. To try to flip the switch as quick as you can. Kind of like this. Kind of like that, but without using the fucking door like I just did. I just flipped the door like 8 times. That bit kind of sucks to do. But you can generally flip the switch from further away. For some reason, that one specifically. So you might not need to kill both imps. You might just need to get yourself close. And the plasma gun is the fastest way to do that. Command center. Easy level. I keep my plasma gun out. Go this way. Go this way. Plasma this imp a few times to make room. Go through the doors. Go through this door. You can shotgun that imp if you want. If you don't want to use the cells, that's fine. But there were times I'd miss the imp and he would just be in the way. So I just taken a plasma gunning him. It's not a big deal. Go through here. You go left. This is where a couple of things will happen. Behind this door is a pinky. And behind him is a staircase. The pinky will do one of 4 things. He will run right at you. He'll do one of 2 things. He'll run right at you, either to your left or to your right, or he'll go straight back and block the staircase. And I keep my plasma gun out here in case he blocks the staircase. Because this way you can kind of kill him without him actually taking up too much time. So let's see what he does. He's going back to block the staircase, see? This pinky's a dick like that. This wall right here that I'm looking at, the wall beyond it, are both walls you can wall run on, so you kind of want to do that if you can. Make sure you're facing the right angle, like I was not. Wall run off them both. Open this door, open this door. Go left or right, either way leads to the same way. Open the door, and exit. E2 5, very easy level. And now, we come to the level everybody gets stuck on. Everyone I know has trouble with this level. And it's not really a new player trap, it's just a very tricky level. Yeah, you might not want to use the plasma gun if you're just starting out, because you might not have enough for the Cyber Demon. You need 190 to kill the Cyber Demon, like, as a safe minimum. This episode gives you 240. So if you're judicious with it, you can use plasma, but just try not to use too much. If you're uncertain, though, just shotgun everything. Or use the plasma for E2 and 4. Either way. Balls of the Damned. You don't want it. You want to use some of your plasma, because otherwise you're just wasting it. So using it in key places will save you time. But it's up to you where you think those key places are. E2 M6, Halls of the Damned. We're gonna cover around here. Kill this imp, ideally, so he doesn't get in your way. There's way less of a chance that they'll block you. Grab the rocket launcher and the rocket. Now. This is a strat that I am not qualified enough to explain, but this little corner right here, if you face a very specific angle, it kind of did it right there for a second. You kind of see me jerking around right there? Like, it kind of pushes me out for a second. Either way, if you run at this wall at the proper angle, that is to say that you get the full weapon sway. Like, right now it's not really moving all that much because the walls are killing my momentum. But this is a very weird... These walls are at weird angles. If you run at them at the proper, very specific angle, where you get the full weapon sway and full momentum, you can turn right and push yourself out of the wall. But it's very tricky to do, and I can't even get it to work. I've been trying to find a setup for it, but it is very, very difficult. So I wouldn't even worry about that. Just pretend that's not even a thing. Go for the Berserk. Go around this way. It's faster than this route, but it doesn't work. It barely works. Open this door. Kill the zombie man. And this is where a lot of your runs are going to be made or broken. And I'm going to kill everything here to kind of show this off. I'm actually safe with the shotgun in hand. So. See? See? See that? He just tanked a full-on point-blank rocket. He has, like, no health. Oh, I was berserked, but anyway, remember I mentioned you can wall run on walls that are north and east facing. This is a little intersection where these walls are both north and east facing. If you run at them at a specific angle, you yourself, Doomguy, you yourself are 32 by 32 units. I think naturally you run at like 10 or 15 map units per second at like your highest speed or something. I don't really know for certain. But if you wall run on both of these walls at the proper angle, you can get a speed of either equivalent to or higher than 32 map units per second. Per game tick. If I just said per second when I was describing movement, I meant per game tick. I don't know what I meant, but yeah. You want to basically move faster than 32 map units for that game tick, because there are 35 game ticks per second. And if you move that fast, the game will propel you out of the wall. And you can do that at this corner if you face it a very specific way. And the way I used to do it, I don't do this anymore. I was practicing this yesterday, and I found a better setup for it, the one that I think everybody uses. My old setup was to use these. You see this gray line right here that I'm looking at on the wall, and then like the lighter gray line next to it? I'm using the vertical line on the shotgun to line myself up. Somewhere in there, if you just strafe run at it, it will get you through. Somewhere in here will let you get through. If you see that I'm jittering like this, you will never get through. If it's not working, you need to back up and try again. You cannot force yourself through it. You kind of want to hold it for a second, though, because sometimes you'll jitter around and then go through. So don't just give up immediately if you don't go through. You want to hold it for a second. And sometimes the angle is right, but you're not getting enough momentum, like I just was. I didn't turn at all. I just backed up further. This is the setup I used to use, and the keyword is used to use. Here's the thing. The setup that's more commonly used, and seems to be actually easier, is you can face it head on, because you have to strafe for this one, right? You have to strafe run for this. There's this wall right here. There's the darker green line, and then there's like the lime green line right here. All you have to do for this setup is just hold W. Or hold forward, rather. See that? Let me show it again. It actually worked too fast. I was going to describe something. So let's say I'm like turning into it. I'm just holding W. All I'm doing is holding W. I'm just holding forward. And I'm turning. It's not really working. Turning. Oops. Turning. See that? I jittered? I went too far. So we turn back. Turn back. And I went past it, so we're going to turn again. You might have to stop and start moving, or you might have to back up and try it again, actually. All you gotta do is just find the right spot and hold forward. I'm gonna practice this a few more times because this is a very tricky setup. I want to make sure I have this. I want to make sure there's no confusion with this. Whether understanding it or myself explaining it. See that I jittered? So back up and just... You might not actually need to back up there. For that one. If you jitter around like that, you might not need to back up. I'm giving you a lot of examples to work with here, because this wall behaves very strangely. It can do a lot of weird things. See that? I didn't even back up. I held forward and I just turned. It's a turning thing. You need to be facing the right angle. You need to be holding forward. Yeah, that worked instantly. Sometimes it works instantly, sometimes it fucks with you, and sometimes it just doesn't want to work at all, period. It's this dark green line right here, and then the lime green. You're going to hold forward. If you jitter around like that, just turn back and just turn to the right, turn again. If this is happening, You will never get through. You need to back up, and you need to try it again. Just like that. Now, the real pressure for this is going to be doing this while monsters are alive. This is advantageous also because the momentum that you get from taking the damage from the pinky may actually push you through. Or rather, it may actually help to push you through. Because it's adding speed to you. And then sometimes this happens and it doesn't cooperate. This is one of the tricks you kind of have to just bash your face against until it works. Quite literally, actually. See, this is tricky because he was kind of blocking me. Because you might need to back up. Sometimes it'll work instantly, like I said. But sometimes you might need to back up. God damn it. Sometimes you might need to back up. God damn it! Sometimes you might need to back up. And you can't because the pinky's in the way. Right, see, like, I can't back up nearly enough. In this case, it didn't matter, but you get what I'm trying to say. But unfortunately, that's the easier part. That is the easier part of the trick, is just getting out of the wall. Because what good is getting out of the void if you can't, you know, do anything with it? This is the exit switch right here. And it is possible to push the switch through the wall. I am not qualified enough to explain the technicalities of how this trick works with this switch press. But what you can do, and what I can tell you, is that this works from a lot of different angles. I don't know the specific angle I use. I just move until I think it looks right and just try it. But you see, I'm grunting here trying to use the switch. You hear Doom Guy humping. And it's not working. But I'm over here, and I'm using, and you don't hear anything. That means I'm too far. You want to be in between the grunts and the nothing. This is why this is very hard. This is the difficulty of the trick. This is the real difficult part. So I was practicing this yesterday, and I like to kind of sweep. When I say sweeping, I refer to moving my aim. Like, see, if I'm pressing it, and I move too far, I sweep back over and try again. Sweep, 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 and so on. Don't do it that fast, though. That's just a demonstration for what I mean by sweeping. You want to go slower. You want to kind of just go, and go, and go. It's not too far, too far. Now I'm too far, so now we go back, and we try it again. And you kind of just have to keep trying it till it works. I think you have to use the switch on the frame that you turn. I think is why this switch is so finicky. Because you have to be at the right angle, and you have to use it at the right time. This angle might also be kind of bad. I know some angles are more favorable than others, but I don't know anything about the specifics of it. See? The switch isn't cooperating. The glide might, but the switch won't. And then sometimes the glide won't cooperate, but the switch will. Got it. It's just unfortunate. I quick loaded, by the way. That's why you saw the level freak out. Because sometimes you can get the switch press in 5 seconds, and sometimes it'll take you 2 minutes. This is just a very fickle thing. But it's generally towards this left side of the switch. Right around there. The best thing you can do is just go slow and just use as best you can. Try to find the sweet spot for it. This is a trick you need to practice. If you don't practice this trick, you will never get past it. You need to just sit down, set aside however long you think you need, and grind this trick out. To get it as consistent as you think you can get it. And it's not even a fully consistent trick. There's the setups. It's as consistent as it can be setup-wise. But as for player skill-wise, that's all on you. That is all up to you. You need to practice it. It absolutely has to be done. That is one of the harshest tricks in the run, if not actually the harshest one. Because either you get it perfectly and you save a lot of time, or you lose 45 seconds to it. But if you don't lose your run to that, you might lose your run to this. E2M7. You want to go this way, kill the shotgunner, go through the light hallway that reminds me of Toy Story 2. Juke these imps as best you can. Grab the invulnerability. You want to kill this Pinky and this imp. Now this is where it's going to get kind of tricky. Because I don't actually know the setup for this. Or I do, but, like, it's really annoying. I'm gonna kill everything so I can demonstrate. This is a gap of 192 map units. From here to the exit. It is possible to rocket boost yourself over. It is possible to rocket boost yourself over. But it is harder to do so in I'm Too Young to Die, in an 8%, because we take less damage. The damage you take, or rather the knockback that you get from the damage, is relative to how much damage you take. If you take 1 damage, you're not going to move. If you take 150 damage, you're going to go flying. And because our damage is... the damage we take is halved, naturally, we can't make this gap as easily. So the angle has to be a lot more specific. The angle that I like to use, and I'm going to do this without invulnerability and with invulnerability, because here you're going to have it, but I'm using this right now to kind of show what I'm looking for. You see these black squares right here? These black squares. Under the invulnerability, they're going to be bright white. These are going to be white, and the brown here is going to be like a darker white. And then there, at the top of the rocket launcher, there's this light gray line right here. I kind of line myself up parallel with that. Back up until you hit the wall. Try your best not to let the wall push you. Turn until you see the poison sign wall out of sight. Quick save. And then strafe run and fire the rocket at the proper timing, which is like something like that. There you go. It's a very tricky jump. It's harder. Again, it's harder in any percent because we're playing on I'm Too Young to Die and we take less damage. So the angle is a lot more specific. It's very, very tricky. Now, let me show you this with invulnerability. Yet a helpful tip, if you're ever running cheat percent, which is a category where you can use cheats, and you're playing on PC, you have to go into the options and enable them through the cheat menu. You can also use the imps to gain momentum and launch. That's also something you can do. I know nothing about that though, so I'm not going to show that off. That sounds very high skill ceiling. Oh, I think I know what you're saying actually. You have the imp right here and you kind of just wall run off of him. Wall run, quote unquote. But yeah. That's something else you can do, but that's like that's some like high tier shit. In my opinion. So we're looking at this wall right here now. We've got the 3 bright white squares. We got the now it's the darker line. If Steve can do it, anyone can. We got the 3 bright white squares here, and now the darker line on the rocket launcher. Line yourself up perpendicular. Back up. Turn until the wall is out of sight. Just like that. It's a very tricky jump, but that is about the most consistent setup I can find for this jump. Or you could try to practice just running off of the imp. And my quick save has them all dead, but I could try to wall run off the imp, but that sounds very difficult. And thankfully, that's the last hard trick in episode 2. E2M8, very easy. Flip the switch, grab the mega armor, go through here. Fire 1 plasma shot to wake the cyber up to get him closer to you. Plasma gun's loud. You want to get, this is kind of risky. You want to get right up in the cyber demon's face. You want to get right up in his dick. And you want to just dump rockets into him. Dump rockets. Dump plasma into him. Don't use rockets. Because the less time... Basically, if you're closer to him, the plasma will hit him faster. Thus, he'll take the damage faster. Thus, he'll die faster. Obviously, the closer you are to him, the harder of a time you're going to have dodging his rockets. So, I like to start out kind of close to him. I quick save as I go. If you're on console, it kind of sucks because you have to pause to quick save. As far as I know, at least. But if you're on PC, I like to quick save up in his face. And as he hits me with rockets, I'll kind of start to stand further and further back. Kind of like this. Try to miss as few of your shots as possible. So you get hit with a rocket, but I'm fine, because I'm too young to die. And Cyberdemon's dead. I got lucky there because he kind of just stun-locked himself and just did his own thing. And by stun-locked himself, I mean he kind of walked towards the wall, where none of my shots would miss, really. And he got stunned a lot. He got pained a lot. It's a low chance for him to pain, for his pain chance to proc, but, you know, he's a big boy, and you're firing a lot of shots, so. And he just kind of chose to walk around and not really fire a lot of rockets. That's E2M8. That's episode 2 done. I'm going to do a fast run, and then we're going to start episode 3. These credits suck, by the way. Alright, episode 2, because you probably forgot everything about the beginning. Because most of my explaining went into E2M6. So episode 2. Dodge the zombie, go through the cross, try not to bonk anything. Blue key, fire your shot, go back through. Shotgun, teleporter. You can skip that line duff as well on the teleporter, that sucks when that happens. Hit the switch. Kill the shotguns. Go around this way. Teleporter. Pinky, remember? Pinky, switch, pinky. Lost soul. Lost soul. Now I got unlucky because I missed. But ideally, you would pinky, switch, pinky, lost soul, pinky, switch, pinky is the order. I'm sure credits do suck outside of interactive ones. Or the credits from, like, Monsters, Inc. or something. Go this way. Radiation suit. Look for the cut-off rectangle, the set next to it, flip the switch. No, Sonic, I do not feel that way. Flip the switch. He's just memeing. I'm pretty sure, at least. Fire your shot before you turn the corner. Go down here. Fire the shot before you pick up the plasma, but ideally don't hit the wall like I do. Zombie. Wall run. Blue door. Fire the pinky. Switch to your plasma if you feel like you need it. Killed pinky that's in your way. The other one was behind me, so we got kind of lucky. Flip the switch. Shout out to the motorcycle next to my house. Teleporter. Go left. Shoot the imp that's in your way, if there is one. Otherwise, just fire a shot at the wall. Pinky. Switch. Back up. Kill the pinky. Lure the imps toward the door track. Kill one of them if they walk past the door, if you can. Blue door. Grab key, turn around. I hit the corner, that's my own fault. We're gonna go around this way. Flip the wall. Plasma gun teleporter. Go around this way. Dodge the Keiko. Hopefully don't skip the line def trigger. Hug the wall. Juke the pinky. He is a big boy. Flip the switch. Go through. I just did it again with the door. Okay, we're gonna go this way. I'm bumping into every wall. Try not to bump into as many walls as me. Plasma the imp. Go through the door. Go through the door. God damn it. This staircase kind of sucks. Go around this way. Let's see what the pinky does. He's going back. Oh, he turned around. Interesting. Wall run off both these walls. Open the doors. Either way works. They both go to the same place. And flip the switch. We're coming up on the Void Glide now. Kill the imp. Flip the switch. Go back around. Grab the rocket launcher and the rocket. Flip the switch. Grab the berserk. Yeah, he goes to the stairs for me a lot. Kill the zombie. Look for the dark green line and start to turn. Got the glide. We're going for the switch now. We're going for the switch press. Got it. Okay, we're gonna go around. Go the shotgunner. Toy Story 2 room. Invulnerability. Rocket these boys. Quickly line yourself up. You have to be kind of quick because the enemies are coming for you. Okay. Yeah, you have to be very quick with that because there's 2 pinkies coming for you. I flipped the wrong switch. Is that right up in his face? Right up in his face. Where the fuck you going, bitch? Fuck you going, bitch! Okay, we're backing up. We're backing up. We're backing up. That's episode 2. That's right, dude. Dropped me down to 11%. That was funny. Alright, that's episode 2 done.